The hidden cost of constant connectivity in modern business. For many companies, digital communication tools were once viewed as revolutionary solutions that would increase productivity, accelerate decision-making, and create more flexible working environments. Email, instant messaging platforms, video conferencing applications, and collaborative project management systems promised a future where employees could work seamlessly from anywhere in the world. While these technologies have undoubtedly transformed the workplace in positive ways, many organizations are now confronting an unexpected consequence of constant connectivity: employee burnout and declining long-term efficiency. In highly competitive industries, responsiveness has gradually become associated with professionalism. Employees often feel pressured to answer emails immediately, participate in meetings outside normal working hours, and remain available even during vacations. As a result, the boundary between personal and professional life has become increasingly blurred. Although managers may not explicitly demand round-the-clock availability, workplace culture frequently creates an unspoken expectation that committed employees should always be reachable. Research conducted by organizational psychologists suggests that this always-on culture can significantly reduce cognitive performance over time. Human concentration is not designed for continuous interruption. Every notification, message, or unexpected call forces the brain to switch attention from one task to another, a process known as context switching. While these interruptions may appear minor individually, their cumulative effect can severely damage productivity. Employees may spend entire days responding to messages without completing meaningful strategic work. The issue becomes even more complicated in multinational corporations operating across several time zones. A marketing manager in Brazil may receive urgent requests from colleagues in Europe during the early morning, followed by virtual meetings with partners in North America late in the evening. In theory, global collaboration allows businesses to operate more efficiently and expand into international markets. In practice, however, employees often experience mental exhaustion caused by fragmented schedules and insufficient recovery time. Some companies have begun to recognize the risks associated with excessive digital communication and are implementing policies designed to protect employee well-being. Several organizations now encourage deep work periods during which notifications are disabled and meetings are prohibited. Others have introduced rules preventing managers from sending non-urgent emails outside working hours. In certain European countries, labor regulations even support an employee's right to disconnect, allowing workers to ignore business communications during personal time without fear of professional consequences. Critics argue that such policies may reduce flexibility and slow business operations, particularly in industries that depend on rapid customer service and immediate problem-solving. However, supporters claim that sustainable productivity should be prioritized over short-term responsiveness. They emphasize that exhausted employees are more likely to make costly mistakes, demonstrate lower creativity, and eventually leave the company altogether. High turnover rates can create significant recruitment and training expenses, ultimately damaging organizational performance. The debate surrounding digital communication reflects a broader shift in management philosophy. Traditional corporate cultures often rewarded visibility and constant activity, whereas modern leadership theories increasingly value efficiency, innovation, and employee well-being. Many executives now recognize that productivity should not be measured by the number of hours employees spend online, but rather by the quality and impact of their work. Furthermore, younger generations entering the workforce frequently place greater importance on work-life balance than previous generations did. Companies hoping to attract and retain highly skilled professionals may need to adapt their communication practices accordingly. Businesses that fail to address burnout risk developing reputations as stressful workplaces, making recruitment more difficult in competitive labor markets. Ultimately, technology itself is neither beneficial nor harmful, its impact depends largely on how organizations choose to use it. Digital tools can improve collaboration, accelerate innovation, and support flexible working arrangements when implemented thoughtfully. However, without clear boundaries and responsible leadership, the same technologies can gradually undermine employee health, morale, and long-term productivity. As businesses continue adapting to an increasingly connected global economy, finding a sustainable balance between availability and well-being may become one of the defining management challenges of the modern workplace.
In today's business environment, many companies expect employees to answer emails and messages outside regular working hours. While this practice can improve communication speed, I believe it is ultimately harmful to both employees and organizations if it becomes excessive. One advantage of constant availability is that companies can solve problems quickly and respond rapidly to customers. This is especially important in international businesses operating across multiple time zones. Fast communication may improve customer satisfaction and help companies remain competitive. However, there are also serious disadvantages. Employees who are always connected to work often experience stress, fatigue, and burnout. Without enough time to rest, workers may lose motivation and become less productive over time. In addition, constant interruptions can reduce concentration and creativity, leading to mistakes and lower quality work. Businesses also suffer from these problems. High levels of stress can increase employee turnover, forcing companies to spend more money on recruitment and training. Furthermore, organizations with poor work-life balance may struggle to attract talented professionals, especially younger workers who value flexibility and personal well-being. In my opinion, companies should establish clear communication boundaries. For example, managers could avoid sending non-urgent emails after working hours and create deep work periods without interruptions. Employees should also be encouraged to disconnect during vacations and weekends. Overall, although constant connectivity may provide short-term advantages, companies should prioritize sustainable productivity and employee well-being in the long term.
Thank you so much for watching today's video. I really hope it helped you practice your English and learn something new. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next lesson. I'd also love to hear from you, so share your thoughts in the comments below. Your support means a lot and helps this channel grow. See you again in the next video.